You're an alcoholic. No, at least I stand up and say I've got a drug problem and I've got counselling. You hide glasses of cider, £2 cider. You'll hide them. I ain't got a drink problem. You have. At least I've got balls to say I've got a drug problem. And selling? No, I'm not selling. No, I'm not selling. Excuse me. Weed, when I was on this programme previously, I stopped that weed. Who offered me help, yeah, when I was sniffing 8 ounces of drugs every other day? Not you. Not a drug counsellor. Now, what am I doing now? Not touching it every few months? Yeah. Now, I'm here to help you. You have got a drink problem. Admit you've got a drink problem. Admit you've got a drink. What's that got to do with price of here, I can't. Oh, right, admit now, right, that you gave me that camera and then rings to pawn. No, my dad thinks I'm a thief. Now, you're disgusting and you're no mother of mine. Now, you accept you've got help. Accept you're a drunk.
I am not. Yeah, I drink.
You have got an alcohol problem.
You are.
Shut up. So you're saying I should use excuses. All right, then. All right, I'll do drugs then because it's you. No. You choose to drink.
Can I ask you a question?
You choose to drink.
Can I ask you a question?
Here.
Move it.
All you're bothered about is money. Well, come on.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Sorry.
Sit down.
Don't tell me to sit down, you clown shoe. I'm really annoyed because
you what? What did you call me?
A clown shoe.
What does that mean?
Well, it's better than calling you something beep, 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 isn't it?
Say what you want, drug dealer.
Drug dealer, prove it. You're an arrogant. Now, at least I stand up and say, yeah, I had a problem.
Do you sell drugs to people?
No, I don't.
Why'd you tell her you did then? Have you ever sold drugs? What?
I used to.
Lowest of the low, dealing drugs.
She used to pick up for me. She used to pay dealers. If my mate wanted coke...
Can you get me that sheet, please? You've never sold drugs. Sit down.
Yeah, I have. Of course I have.
You told my team backstage you provided a service that people wanted.
Well, yeah. But not now.
What about people who got hooked on drugs and their lives are in the gutter because you made...
Right, I've got one rule. I will never sell any drugs to someone who hasn't done it before. Now, you're you're a drunk and you're an arrogant... gambling... You'll get... clown.
Why are you walking off?
Because you're an arrogant. You won't listen to me, right?
Well, why am I arrogant when you don't do anything but gesticulate? Speak to me. Stop attacking me and speak to me.
I don't want to talk with her.
Fine, talk to me.
Yeah.
Have you ever sold drugs?
I have.
Would you understand?
No, can I?
Would you understand? No. Listen, I have a right to say this to you.
I have a right.
Would you understand in a civilised society? Wait, we'll talk about the drink. Listen. Answer this and I'll give you some credence.
Will you answer? Will you listen to me then?
Yes, if you answer this.
Because
In a civilised society, do you understand that your average person would say that a person who makes money, calmly, from selling drugs that are addictive to people, whether they're on it or not, you know how bad those drugs are. You are perpetuating misery and addiction for profit. True or false?
True.
That's all I'm asking
when I've got my mother that says, "Oh, go sell some drugs." Now, right?
Why don't you move out of your mother's house then if you hate her so much?
Right, she kicked me out only last week, so I went to the housing place, 4 hours. Right, I would have had temporary accommodation. They had to clarify that I was homeless, so I said, "Ring my mum; she'll gladly say." And my mum said, "No, we don't want him here, but..."
Why do you hate your mum so much?
Why? Because...
Answer me, calmly.
I don't want to... I can't... Why?
Why do you hate her so much?
Like, pawning stuff, right? When she needed money. She didn't end up getting them back.
But that's...
My dad thinks I've stolen them.
So you get blamed for everything?
Yeah.
When was the last time you dealt drugs?
Quite a while.
When was the last time you took drugs?
Yesterday.
What'd you take? Where'd you get the money from?
I earned it.
You're killing
I earned it. I earned it cash.
You've called me every name under the sun. I tried different tactics. You're killing yourself.
Yeah.
So why do you want to do that?
No, right. What I want to say to you...
Why do you want to do that?
Just shut up a minute. I'm trying to explain to you. Right? I used to sniff ridiculous amounts. And it was really bad. I wanted to go into rehab, right? But that didn't give a... She wasn't bothered. She was, I'm not bothered.
Why do you hate her so much?
Why? Because she lies. And she's got an alcohol problem. And she looks at me and treats me like, You know what I mean?
But my point is this, and I'm not talking about her at the moment, I'm talking about you. Why do you deflect what you do to her? Here's my thing, hear me out.
So why does she
Oh, man, you don't listen.
You don't listen.
If you don't...
You listen to me for a second, please.
I'm trying to, but
No,
I haven't included it for 5 minutes. I'm trying to get on level with you, but you understand.
You're not letting me talk to you.
You've talked non-stop for 5 minutes.
I'm trying to, but you haven't come up for air for 5 minutes.
What does that mean? I'm
can I
sitting, I've been stood over here listening to you.
Right,
I'm trying to say this. Why do you
short.
deflect your addiction? Take that as a separate thing, right? Do you have a drug problem?
Yeah.
Have you dealt drugs?
Yes. At least I stand up and say it.
Then why? Well, then here's the thing.
Why would my mother say to me sell drugs then as well? What I'm trying to say is...
move out of her house and don't use her as an excuse if she's an alcoholic, terrible mother. Look at me.
I'm trying to help her, though.
She doesn't need your help. You need your own help.
Excuse me, no, I don't. I had a very, very bad MCAT habit. No one helped me, apart from my mate. And do you want to know how much I do now?
Got it.
Do you want to know how much I do now?
I think if you had a really bad habit,
you should... You clown. Every, maybe, 1 month...
I'm a clown, am I?
Yeah, you're a joke.
What are you?
Oh, do you know, I can't... Right, from someone that spends...
Do you not think that
no,
your
you just
relationship with your mother...
I don't want a relationship with a liar.
Really?
She'd get more... excuse me. I was spending £700 on MCAT and it's gone down to only buying £25 maybe every 3 or 4 months.
When somebody usually hates somebody, hear me out, as much as you apparently seem to hate your mother, that would mean that actually the real truth is they're desperate for a relationship.
All right, then. If your mother got you to pawn some items, right, as long as you got them, as long as she could get them back... And
then went to my dad and said he's nicked them, yeah?
Yeah, she couldn't get them back.
That would be unfair.
Yeah, and my dad
Totally.
thinks I'm a thief.
But that doesn't detract from the fact you're still taking drugs.
So I'm cut right down.
When was the last time you sold drugs?
I haven't sold a drug for ages. Absolutely.
How long? A month, a year, a week? What?
Oh, fair few months.
Basically, you'd like to be out of this family home.
Yes, I don't want anything to do.
Come with me a minute. Come with me a minute. Just bring it down a minute.
Thing is, I'm worried about her. She's got a...
Right, well, talk to her,
right, can
not
I talk to you?
her. No, talk to your mum.
Because I've got an addiction, and I've been there.
You just admitted the drink.
No, right, what gets me angry is she'll hide it in a jacket pocket or underneath. And it's like, Mum, you've got a drink. And you say, no, I haven't.
So you think that it's rich, in effect, for her to be having a go, hear me out, please, to be having a go at your addiction when she is addicted to booze?
Yeah.
Do you think you drove her to that?
So I could turn the table and say, she drove me to drug.
Right, OK.
No.
Tell
she's got her choice.
You have stopped talking non-stop. Like, we've all listened to you.
I don't want anything to do with her. You a disgrace.
She's your mother.
No, she's not. If she would get more respect from me, I don't want her going down the same path I did. And when you admit you've got a problem...
But I've just said that.
Unless you...
A litre bottle of whiskey on a Saturday.
I can't do anything unless you listen.
Well,
listen to your mum for 10 seconds.
A bottle of whiskey, fair enough. That was what your grandma and granddad bought, and your dad had that as well.
Why do you put up with this?
I just don't want to in the house.
What is it like in this house?
It's horrible.
This is what he won't...
Is this what it's like every day?
Yeah.
Is it...
Well, not every day. More, it doesn't.
Oh, take some responsibility.
We've had twice since we've moved.
I'll explain to yourself. When I was on the cat really badly, you know, obviously you've got to come down and all that. Like, let's be quiet. I like just chill out. And this flipping thing, a peck at your head. Or when I get money, have you got £2?
This thing
what about you get up in the morning? Hang on.
It's your
what
mother.
About getting up in the morning with nice morning? And this is what you do to me.
Here, it's all me. Take some responsibility. Get off. Get a job. Don't preach to me about getting off my bum. You sit there all day. You sponge off my dad. You do not do anything around the house. You drink.
Your dad says you're the reason their marriage is in trouble.
It should be in trouble. My dad shouldn't be with you. Can't work. 1 minute it goes from I can't work because
Shall I say something to you?
No,
you cannot.
Yes, I can. It's rude.
No, you can't. Yeah, I'll tell you what, you do one and don't come back, because one day, in about 10 years' time, when you're drug-free, you might watch this and be so ashamed. Get out of my building and get out of her life.
Shut up.
Get out of here. Get rid of him. Oh! Listen to me. Graham, can you come here a sec, please? Listen to me. Get him out, and I mean out. He does not care. I'm going to say this without any interruption. That is a toxic environment for you and your husband and him. You have to get out of that toxic environment, and whether it's the police or it's the local authority, I don't care. That needs to, I'm afraid, be cast aside. And if he wants to ruin his life with his self-absorbed rubbish that doesn't look in the mirror, you know, we'll do what we always do because he's a good man. We'll offer him help. Will he take it? Of course he won't, right?
No.
And one day, he'll either end up in jail or end up dead. I don't know if he can turn it round, but you are going to keep drinking and making excuses, and you and your husband are going to keep fighting like this. And you know what? I don't know what you think. Maybe you think I'm wrong here. I would have that out of my house because you will lose it.